What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the first round of the playoffs for our Montreal Canadiens. Today we are going up against the Florida Panthers, the President's Trophy winning Florida Panthers, so we're in for a rough one. So we're going to take a quick look at the Florida Panthers before we head in, and then we're going to simulate our first round of the playoffs, and hopefully we can pull out a W. So as I was saying, the Florida Panthers finished first overall in our division with 107 points, and as you can see, the Buffalo Sabres here right below them finished with 107 points as well. But when it comes down to it, the Florida Panthers had more regulation and overtime wins than they did in a shootout. So they won the President's Trophy, as I stated before, because when you take a look here, when you go to the entire league, we've got three Eastern teams that finished above the West in any case. So the Florida Panthers, your President's Trophy winners. Now let's move on to how their players did. We're going to have to take a quick look at what we're going up against. The Florida Panthers are seemingly pretty strong this year. It looks pretty good. Let's just take, here we go. So Martin Hansel, ladies and gentlemen, scored 70 points. Wow, Martin Hansel is the top point getter, excuse me, for the Florida Panthers. That's interesting. Very interesting. And then you've got it followed by Ekblad, Huberdeau, Riley Smith, Alexander Barkov, Grimaldi, Bukestad, Kraus, Maroon, Bolin, Malmstrom, Stahlberg, and of course, it just keeps on going for their depth. Now, who do they have 4 seasons later in nets? Is it still no? Roberto Luongo is no longer there. They're also running with Tokarski, who's 14, 5, and a 1. Not actually that bad. Not actually that bad. So a pretty good tandem. They've got a pretty high goals against average, though. They're about 2.3, 2.4 a game. So it'll be very interesting to see going into our first round playoff. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited for our first playoff match here. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. First round of the playoffs begins now. Florida Panthers, we got your number. Let's go. The first period, ladies and gentlemen. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ekblad opens the scoring, but Devontae Smith-Pelly and Jonathan Drouin reply. And wow, that's what you want. That's the start we need. And here we go, second period. There you go. It continues. So Martin Hansel and PK Subban, they add to the score. So now it's 3-2. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Third period. Let's bring it home. Let's bring it home, boys. That's what we want. We want another year at the Stanley Cup. We've been there 2 years in a row now. Come on, Montreal. Alright, so we're down to the last 5 minutes of the game. Here we go. Last 2 minutes. Last minute of play. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Montreal pulls it out in the first period. And the second. And in the third, we just shut down the Florida Panthers. A very nice win. 3-2. Story of the game. PK Subban and David Pastrnak got 2 assists. That's very nice. Very nice. So a 3-2 victory for the Montreal Canadiens. PK Subban with the game winner. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep on rolling here. So we're in Florida right now. And obviously, rightly so. They scored the most points this year. So they got home ice advantage. Let's take it to them in their home. Oh, okay. There's a good first period for the Florida Panthers. So, ladies and gentlemen, Huberdeau opens it up. Patrick Maroon adds on. Let's go second period here, and there we go. So Grimaldi makes it 3-0, but the Montreal Canadiens don't give up. Ryan Strome and Brendan Gallagher, they add on. Here we go, boys. Big third period, please. We're down 3-2. It's only 1 goal. I think we can do this. Come on, Montreal. So there's about 10 minutes left, and there it is. Josh Bailey, ladies and gentlemen, ties the game, but Krause puts them back on top. It's 4-3 for the Florida Panthers, and now it's 5-3. Malmstrom scores. And oh, that all but seals it, ladies and gentlemen. The last 40 seconds tick off. And Montreal lose game number 2, 5-3. And there's the story for the Panthers. Ekblad, Grimaldi, and Patrick Maroon. The offense showed up. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. A 5-3 loss in game number 2. It's unfortunate. We need a big win here in game number 3 of the first one at home. Series tied 1-1. Here we go. First period. Okay, that's not bad. Gostisbehere and Grimaldi open up the scoring for their individual teams. It's 1-1. Second period. It's now 2-1. So we really need to start stopping Grimaldi. He's playing big. He's playing fast, and he's getting goals. He's also getting assists too, but there it is, Haberstich, the much-needed depth of the Montreal Canadiens, and there it is again, Ryan Strome, ladies and gentlemen, puts the Montreal Canadiens ahead. It's 3-2. Here we go, last 10 minutes of the game. We're on a power play, but it gets killed off. Come on, Montreal. Push, 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 push back. Come on. Here we go, last minute of play. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome. Awesome. So Montreal Canadiens take game number 3, and Carey Price, Grimaldi, and Gostisbehere are your 3 stars. Carey Price, well deserved. When you can stop that many shots, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 3 is ours. We're leading the series 2-1. I have a strong feeling this series will go back and forth. So excuse me, I took some water. Here we are at game number 4. At the same time, the St. John Ice Caps, I don't believe they made the postseason. It doesn't say, but we'll continue on, and maybe by simming their schedule will show up. Where am I headed here? I was going into the game, and that's not where we want to go. We want to sim these games. We want to see how well we can do in the first period. Oh, okay, so there's a 5-on-3 power play there. That could be huge. Alright, Montreal, so we're going to see if goals show up in the first start of the period. Then you're going to know that they scored on the power play. But a 5-on-3, Montreal needs to kill it off. And we do more than that. Jonathan Drouin opens up the scoring. Santorelli Johnson add on. It's 3-0, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a 2-1 series lead right now, and that's just what we need. Montreal needs to be piling it on. And there it is. Galchenyuk piles it on. Tokarski is now in nets. Oh man, here we go. So the last 10 minutes of play. Here we go. Come on, Montreal. 4-0. Way to stick it to them. Just keep on piling it on. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Montreal Canadiens. They get a big 4-0 win. Carey Price with the shutout. Drouin, Galchenyuk, 2 points. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And wow, we're just rolling through the Panthers right now. Oh man. Here we go. So we're going to push on, and it seems like there's no playoffs for the St. John's Ice Caps. We're further on into the week now. We're up 3-1, ladies and gentlemen. Can we put the Florida Panthers to bed here? First period, and there it is. Ryan Strome right out of the gate. It's 1-0. Here we go. 2-0 by Alex Galchenyuk, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man. Boy, oh boy. The Panthers don't seem to have an answer for us right now. And oh, there it is. I spoke too soon. Grimaldi has now added to their lead. the game is tied. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm eating my words. Oh boy. So it's 2-2. We're headed down to the last minute of play here. And oh boy. Game number 5 is now going to overtime. Let's continue on here. My bad, Florida. I called it too soon. Oh, oh, oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like an idiot. Oh boy, I said that, Florida Panthers couldn't contend with us, and there it is. They win the game in overtime. Niemi gets a much needed star for him. Ekblad and Piri show up, and wow, ladies and gentlemen, now we're sitting at a 3-2 lead. We need to close out here. We're back in Montreal. We can take game number 6. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First period is a tie. That's excellent. You want to see that. All right. Elimination game. We're going to take the whole period as a slow sim. Come on, Montreal. That's a huge power play. We get it killed off, and we kill off a power play here. That's excellent. Come on, we're on the power play now. We need a goal. Not going to happen yet. Down to the last 5 minutes of the game. My bad, of the period. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, another tie period. So second period and the first period, and we're out shooting them. We're about double their shots, and really, we need a goal here, Montreal. Come on, put one to the back of the net. We really need to push. There's 12 minutes left. Come on, Montreal, we need a goal. You can do it, and we're no longer out shooting them. They're back in the game. And wow, Montreal gets a power play killed off again. Last minute of play, and it ends off. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen. We're tied 0-0 going into overtime. It's game number 6. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Overtime for game number 6. Montreal, we need this win. Come, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Jonathan Drouin ends the game, ends the series. Montreal takes it in 5. My bad, in 6. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm too excited. Jonathan Drouin has ended the game in overtime. And of course, Carey Price and Niemi deserve those 1-2 stars. And Jonathan Drouin for ending the game. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen. The Montreal Canadiens have ended it with the Panthers. Let's see who we'll be facing next. We'll send the scout out, of course, so 2 times there, 2 times there. We sent once to the Americas. Let's take a quick look. Some defensemen there. We'll do Liga 10 for forwards. 3 weeks. Here we go. Oh, still no matchup yet, so it looks like there's a couple of series that went to 7. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, like last year, we'll be facing the Boston Bruins. Eric Johnson wants to meet with us quickly. We are firing. Keep up the good work. A lot to be proud of. No effect on the morale. That's fine. Let's hold that team meeting. Tonight is game 1 of the series. We have to view the big picture, build up confidence, and get those wins. So only Max Pacioretty, our captain, enjoyed that. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Like last year, and again, it seems like every time I see a Boston series, they're undefeated in the playoffs. I mean, wow. Okay. So we're going to take a look at 2 things here. One, the Florida Panthers points, and then we're going to take a look at our points. So the story of their series was Grimaldi. He really was shooting pucks into the back of the net. Really, 6 points in 6 games is a lot for what looks to be like a third line forward, but really a really good sniper. Maybe he's got a place for on the Montreal Canadiens next year. We can help him he can help us get some depth. Martin Hansel, who scored a lot of points for them, didn't show up. Same thing with Huberdeau, and Bukestad did well. So did Ekblad, and come goalies. I think they did all right. They did play Tokarski at one point, and he got absolutely smoked. Niemi, he got that one good game, and I don't know. I don't see anything else. So headed back over to our Montreal Canadiens. Carey Price, of course. How does that make sense? Where is it that this makes sense? He's 4-1. And okay, I guess because of the overtime loss. Yeah, okay. So the overtime loss doesn't show up. He's 4-2. 6 games played, a 1.94 save percentage. Goals against, my bad, save percentage of a 926. He also got 2 shutouts in the playoffs. So very successful series for Carey Price. And now looking at our point getters, of course, Jonathan Drouin, Shane Gostisbehere, really nice series, boys. Way to keep it up. And Galchenyuk, again, playing beautifully. Pasternak, Subban, Strome played really well as well. He's always a great playoff performer every year. Gallagher, Josh Bailey, hats off to you. You helped us out as well. And really everyone else afterwards. Of course, some guys, they'll get points. Don't worry. We're looking very nice. So let's end it off by looking at the playoff tree here. We're going up against the Boston Bruins, who beat the Sabres 4-0. Wow, that's a big series for them. And Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh closed out their series in 5 and 6. The Chicago Blackhawks won their series in 4 as well, and those are the 2 series that ran the longest. St. Louis and Anaheim winning theirs in 7, and Dallas took it to the Calgary Flames in 5. A very nice series headed in. So Anaheim, Dallas, St. Louis, Chicago, Pittsburgh, and Tampa Bay, Boston, Montreal. Ladies and gentlemen, your second round. It looks like it's going to be hot. This should be fun. We'll take a look at the Boston Bruins next episode. So ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this playoff series, make sure you drop a like. Subscribe if you are new. We want you to stay for the amusing videos. And really, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. And remember, stay frosty.